Hey everyone, about to go for a run. And I just wanted to say a couple things about that. Saw Darren's video yesterday about will and everything, and I want to talk about a little bit of my own will and the virtue of perseverance. I try to let the virtues influence my life in every facet. Big into self reliance. All your motivation comes from within here. So I'm setting up my little altar. Got my Yule tree up. Check this out right here. Look at that. A hammer from the Danish Natural History Museum. Really cool, blown glass. Of course, I have my candelabra there. So, I'm going to tell you about my own little story and perseverance. And I'm about to go running. And as a teenager, I had to get both my knees operated on. Come from a very athletic family. My father's 9 inches taller than me and 2 meters, so I thought I was going to grow up to be in the NBA or NFL or something, but at, I guess, 11 or 12, I was taking a step up the step right there, and this leg snapped in half backwards. You see the big old bump on the front of my knee. That led me to find out that either from overuse or from a birth defect, I had misshapen meniscus. And as I was going through puberty, my growth plates were becoming impacted. So my ligaments and tendons were growing, but my bones were not growing from the knee end, only from the opposite end. So I had to get both my knees redone. It really drastically impacted my childhood. I got pretty heavy because I wasn't allowed to do anything. I had played several sports before. I wasn't allowed to. My activity levels were curtailed, and I basically walked with the limp for about 3 years after the second surgery. So I had the first surgery, and about 8, 9 months later, had the second surgery, and then about 3 years of a limp afterwards when I got to cast off this leg. My leg was like that big around. So it impacted my youth and my teenage years significantly. And I did rehabilitation and all that, but I was restricted from running. I had allergy-induced asthma when I was even younger, so that's besides the point, but I never really could do cardio or anything like that. So I guess when I got my sophomore and junior year of high school, I started lifting weights, and that kind of helped me shed a little bit of the weight, but I didn't. And I became a lifeguard, so swimming obviously was okay, but as I got older and was working in my early 20s, I started to experience a lot of pain. I mean, I would be on my feet for 3 days at work and then have to basically lay in bed because I had already had arthritis in both legs. So, and because of that, I would gain more weight because I was less active, because it hurt, and then I would put more strain on the knees. So at some point, I said, screw it, because I knew I was going to possibly need knee replacements in my mid to late 30s anyway. I started to try to run. And through extreme pain, the running changed my life. Because it's no longer extreme pain and to the point of making me almost lame and walk with a limp again. Yeah, now it's sore pain. It's not just that extreme debilitating pain. And the soreness is something I can deal with. That debilitating pain is not. And my legs don't track right because of the scar tissue and everything. So I have lower leg injuries. I've had every injury you can get as a runner. Runner's knee, plantar fasciitis, partially torn Achilles, IT band syndrome, shin splints, you name it, tendonitis, whatever. But running is a huge part of who I am now, and it's allowed me to, when I was just in Iceland with my buddies, I saw this mountain called the Maiden's Chair, and I'm like, you guys sitting here for lunch? Fuck, I'm going and rounding up and climb it. So I just run and I climb it, and I have a whole different life. And running's become an addiction for me, and a healthy addiction, because it prevents me from debilitating pain. And it helped me overcome something that was, a handicap in my life. It helps me maintain my weight. I still watch that because I'm naturally a bigger person. But running is a very big part of my life. I try to run about 100 miles a month, sometimes, hey, 70, but, 100. And it's allowed me to have a different quality of life than I ever thought I would have had. And I don't think I'd be the same person if it wasn't for my knee problems. If I had been given everything easy and been athletic and really could have went somewhere with it, then I wouldn't have had to suffer through the pain and the perseverance and espouse the perseverance and strength from within to be the person I am. And I can't express to you the amount of friggin' pain that I deal with in my knees. But yet, to overcome that, to go from that handicapped kid that walked with a limp to be able to run 100 miles a month, I feel like I've achieved something. I've become a better version of myself. So you never know where that motivation is going to come from. As long as you have the will to see through the adversity, adversity has nothing, it has no ability to hurt you. It has only the ability to help you grow. If it hurts you, that's all coming from within. You need to take any type of challenge in your life and confront it head on and let it make you a better person, just like it's made me. Now, me and my pup are going to go out. She's all ready. And put 5-6 miles in. Thanks for listening, guys, and have a great day.